Hey guys, welcome to a very special Halloween themed video, which will be all in pastel colors. And during this video I will reveal the winner of the Winsor Newton 6 pastel tones sets you can see at this moment. And stay tuned and listen to my video, because at any time in this video the name will pop up of the person who won this set. So I will do, well, many of you told me that they wanted to have a slower video where they can like tag along and make something for themselves. So today I will do actually a chibi cute pastel but yet scary pastel goth Lolita, and you can see me using these markers to do it, and you can see the unboxing as we speak, and I won't cut out any moment out of this video so you can actually witness everything that this set has to offer. So we have 6 colors, all different. We have green, blue, lavender, pale pink, soft peach, and buttercup, and I will use all of them, and I'll just extract them from this package. It's very tightly placed, so you have absolutely no worry when you order these online. Actually, they're so hard to get out of the box. There's no chance that you will get them in the mail with any kind of damage, because these are some really quality packagings right here. Okay, so we got them out, and we'll take out the rest of it out of the video. And as you can see, I'll use these to make a cute but still a bit scary spooky Lolita, and she will be a chibi, so I'll show you how to make your own right here and right now. First of all, you need to draw out a circle and try to make that circle small enough so that it doesn't touch the edges of the paper. This paper is actually really small. It's like half of the standard letter size paper. So, and of course it's a little bit thicker. This one in particular has 120 grams per meter square. That's how here in Europe people measure the thickness of the paper. Next up, we'll do the body, which is actually the same size as the head. That's the main rule for making chibis. So you have one circle for the head and one circle for the entire body. Make sure to remember that. So the 2/3 of the second circle will be the base of our body. I usually base bodies like little, I don't know, bean shapes, I guess. Then I proceed to make tiny shapes with little stubs on the end for the legs and 2 upper stubs for the arms. And that's pretty much it. If we want this chibi to do something, for example hold something, we will make this Powerpuff Girl looking arm like a little swirl showing upwards, and I'll make her even holding a balloon. You'll see how that balloon will look like later. As for the face, you need to decide where the middle of the face will be with a very thin line. Then use another line to cut the entire face in half, and then you need to divide the face that way so that you will have enough space between the eyes to fit at least one more eye. That's a very important part of drawing manga faces. Since this face is slightly tilted to the side, I will make the shape of the face a little bit swirly, a little bit curvy, so that I get this little cheek right here. Usually chibis don't have any noses, so I'll skip that part and draw her mouth looking like a tiny line, nothing more, because this is supposed to be kind of a reminiscent or sad-ish character. As for her eyes, almost the entire eye will be black, and she will have huge eyelashes, and she will just have this blank stare at first. So we'll have a circle, then inside the circle we may put something that's completely white, some light bubbles, as I call them. And of course we now need to decide on her hair and accessories and what spooky elements we want to place. So as I said, we were going to put her hand in a position to hold on to a balloon. But what if that balloon was actually a cute chibi ghost, perhaps? And usually when you draw out small chibi characters, you make them purely out of geometrical shapes. So for the ghost, we need like a coma symbol kind of shape. Then we would need 2 oval shapes for the eyes and a small half circle for the mouth. And of course, if you want, you can place 2 tiny ovals for the blushies. And of course you can even add them some handsies, or maybe even a tiny top hat, just to make it an elegant ghost. And there we go. After this, we should definitely add maybe a vampire puppy or bunny or something like that as this Lolita's pet. Gothic Lolita, for those who are not that familiar with the term, actually refers to Japanese fashion statement, fashion style, where the girls wearing this style actually have huge bows and wear dresses that look like Victorian girls, that look like Victorian porcelain dolls. So they have huge lacy collars and the fluffy parts of the dresses, and just have a lot of lacy details. So they're really complicated with their style. They also have puffy skirts which go down to their knees, and those skirts are something that's very detailed. So they have these little parts with a lot of frills, a lot of tiny bows, and since this is a spooky theme, we could make the center of each bow actually look like an eyeball. We can add the popping veins in the eyeballs later, so we can make it a bit spooky. As for the rest of the character, we should definitely give her some nice fluffy hair. We can make this character have 2 long pigtails that can go and have a curvy shape. We also should give her a lot of voluminous hair. And of course, last but not the least, the bangs. Bangs can be drawn straight cut, but you can always play with them and actually make them zigzaggy. And she still looks a bit creepy, she still doesn't look that cute. That's because we haven't done any inking yet, but there will be time for that. We still need to work on her hair. We can also add these cute sideburns, and of course, last but definitely not least, some decorations in her hair. We can add something like a bat, like a cute bat, for example, that is holding up her hair instead of a bow. So this bat should be like a circle with 2 bat wings on the side. Then we can add some cute little ears, maybe ovals for the eyes, and a smiley face, but smiley face with vampire teeth. And of course this little guy should definitely have blushies and maybe even a bow of his own. He can be a gentleman bat. So this is the initial outline, and if you want you can add scary looking cutesy pet for this character. We can add maybe a unicorn or cat, dog, or something maybe. I'm literally making this on the spot, so let's say another ghost could be also her pet. For example, it could be a kitty ghost. So we can make a huge circle, then added kitty ears, 2 eyes that are like shaped out of 2 circles, kitty mouth that look like number 3, just number 3 that got tilted, and tiny paws that are pointy so that they seem like they're made out of smoke, just floating around. So we have a kitty ghost. And this kitty ghost should also have blushies, because why not? And it should be a black kitty because it's a symbol of Halloween. And maybe even this kitty could have a bow or an accessory, or just a huge kitty bell around its neck. And there we go. The reason why I drew all of this in such a dark, well, in such faded manner with my pencil is because now we will proceed to do inking, well, pulling out the lines on the drawing. And the way to do it, the way I will do it, is by using a very dark brush marker, which I reviewed in my previous video. And I'll use this dark color, which looks like something like very, very dark purple, to get all the lines out. The best way to make something look cute and pastel is actually not to ink it with black color. Just use either a dark ochre or any color that you would use in your character, but just very dark. So this is like something of a mix between dark pink and dark purple. And every line on this character should be done in this color. Even some surfaces, for example, this ghost can have its top hat completely covered in this color. Also, you can always add black areas, black surfaces with a plain and simple, with a really plain and simple CD marker. And when you use the CD marker, it won't cost you anything, because almost everybody has a CD marker just lying around. So there's no need for you to get any special tools. So yeah, we will definitely draw out her eyes with a black marker, but that I will do later. And as I said, to make something look extra gentle and extra pastel, when you work with pastel colors and markers, definitely try out this trick and do the lines that are colored, or you can even use very gray lines, like neutral gray color. You can use that too to ink out your character and everything you want to make into pastel color. I will definitely save black color for the eyes and for the bat in her hair. As for the rest of the things, they will be outlined with the dark purple. So far, I'm very happy on how these colors work together. We will test it out later to see if the chiseled set can provide many different types of colors like the brush one did. But I think because it's the same company that they did the same thing with their markers, so you don't need to go and buy so many different shades. And now let's proceed to the eyeball decorations. To make eyeball decorations, you definitely need to make the eyeball, well, the center of the eyeball also have that little bubble, light bubble in the center. Sometimes the details are so tiny, you need to be extra careful for it to be visible. And try not to do too many tiny details when you do chibis. You can place a lot of details, but don't do details on those details because then it's a bit redundant. Anyway, when you do all the lines, just make sure not to get confused by your own pencil lines, and make sure to place all the details of the character in their place. So if she has any other lacy parts, make sure to get them all. Also, chibi characters are extra cute when you work on detailing their shoes. This is something I realized myself, that I squeal way more at chibi characters when they actually do have tiny socks and tiny boots and stuff like that. So if you want to, you can definitely put some extra effort into tiny little lines, and even draw out tiny feet that are protruding outwards. And I can even make her little shoes fully colored by this outline color. There we go. And last but definitely not least, let's use a regular CD marker with a chisel tip and draw out her eyes. We first start with a circle. Circle 1, circle 2. Make sure to leave out the parts that won't be colored over. And of course, you can always add some curvy lines next to the circles. These will be actually the base for the eyelashes. And of course, you can also give her tiny eyebrows with this black marker. And what you will do is use the black marker to cover almost the entire circle we drew out. And that's it. Okay, so for the next step, as I always do, well, I'll just need to do the bat as well before erasing the pencil. And be extra careful when you do this, because when you circle something with black marker, the black marker tends to spread, so the hole you left will be quite smaller than you previously thought it would be. So be careful when you circle things with black markers. And I'll do this with the bat wings. And just color in the entire bat except for his blushies, his eyes, and his little bow and teeth. Everything else will go completely black. And it looks like creepy for now, but it will become cute creepy when we add color. Also make sure to get the entire shape right, but yeah, as I said, be careful not to cover everything. This is a tricky tool to work with because the chisel tip is very big, and to do intricate details with big tips is a bit problematic. Okay, also I will use the first color just to make sure that all my blushes are in place. I will just use this pale pink to mark the blushes before I erase the pencil blushes. Because every character needs blushes. Okay, so let's erase this. Also, depending on the type of the black marker you use, be just careful when you erase stuff. Make sure the marker has completely dried before you start erasing the pencil. Okay, so we have the base for our cute character. Of course, when I erased the lines, I also erased a few things that I will be drawing out with a marker, like the bat wings and the bat bow, but the pencil left enough indentations so that I can see exactly where I placed which item. And so far I am very pleased with the thinner tip for these non-brush markers. They are very easy to control and not bad to work with. And the amount of lines I get are also satisfactory. So next step is to, well, fill in the colors. So we can definitely just fill out the entire surfaces without any trouble. So we can make this ghost, for example, which is a gentleman ghost. We can fill him up completely with green color, and we'll see if the color makes any trouble with the other color, or does it stay in its own place if not thoroughly blended by on purpose, well, not by force. And as much as I can see, definitely the color is actually acting very nicely. I can even fill out entire surfaces without them being blotchy too much, which is actually cool. And the colors end up looking very nice and pastel. So we have our Mr. Green Ghost, and I will definitely try to add one more touch to him, and that is wait for the first coat to dry so that I can fill out the shadings on the side. And yep, I'm doing it. That's exactly what I needed. I just needed to give him some kind of depth. Okay then, next up we can use yellow color to color the kitty ghost. So we'll definitely try out the buttercup. Oh, this makes me hungry. Buttercup color to color in the kitty ghost. We'll do the same thing as previously. I will color it in completely. This is way more easy to do in a digital way, but when you do it on paper, you have instant original work you're very proud of, so both are good. Both is good. In any case, Buttercup actually looks way more pleasing to the eye than the original color that you see on the marker itself. There's a difference. Well, at least for now, until the marker dries out on the paper. But I really like how it's not too yellow, because I really dislike raw colors. They're not practical and they're really flashy. They really do not look good as the end result. Okay, so we're waiting for the kitty to dry out a bit, and then we'll see what happens when we give it a second coat. Okay, this definitely is working. We'll place a little bit of second coat inside the kitty's ear, a little bit on the chin, under the collar, and this is very nice. Okay, so I'll definitely go back to my blue color and shade in a little bit of the bat's bow, maybe even the bat's eyes. They can also be blue. And the kitty color could be blue as well. So we have only 6 colors to work with, but when you do pastel colorings and pastel style, you don't need more than that, especially if they can be used to make the same color twice. Well, to use the same color twice by applying more layers. Then you have more than enough. Okay. Next up, what should we use next? So we have already used up the pale pink, the blue, the soft peach. I don't think we have used soft peach except for bat's wings perhaps, and there is also lavender, so we'll definitely have to use them all at some point. And the green one was used for the ghost. Okay, so I'm definitely up for using the lavender for our character's hair. Of course, first of all, I will make a half circle across her bangs to deliberately leave out the place where her hair is the shiniest. So that part I will deliberately leave out completely white. And I will fill out everything else. The quicker you fill out surfaces, the better, because these markers can dry out very quickly and you need to work quickly. And I'm very glad that they don't smudge the black marker like at all, which can sometimes be a horrible problem. But nope, everything's good. No color is smudging the other one. If you want to blend colors, that is quite okay, but for that you have the same rule as I said before. You need to work fast. You need to have two markers opened at the same time and applied one right after the other. Otherwise, the first one will dry out too fast and it will be way harder to blend. But when you want this effect, then it's perfect to leave the first color to dry out so that you can apply the next coat and the next color. I personally prefer not blending because it's hard work and can make your markers dirtied up by random colors. But yeah, if you want to do literally some kind of a paint style, then you need to blend your colors. I prefer to do this type of shading that only involves maybe 2 shades of each color, one darker and one brighter in specific spots. That's called cell shading, when you just shade the areas with one specific shade darker than the original color. That's what they do in anime. That's how they shade anime, and it's effective. It looks detailed, but it's actually very simple to do. That is the same thing I am doing right here. And it's very easy to learn. You should start from that and then proceed to the more painting styles if you want to improve that style. Everybody has the right to choose whichever style they like. I have seen some beautiful artwork made simply by cell shading or just simplified minimalistic style like this one. I can see the beauty in both. Well, and there are a lot of different types of artwork, so I can definitely agree that they're all equally beautiful, since there are so many beautiful people making them daily. Anyways, let's get back to our character. I will definitely make her hair look lavender. And one more trick you should always consider when doing works with a lot of colors. Try to make only 2 or 3 colors dominant, like using up the most of the drawing space with that colors. Like 2 or 3 colors tops should be the most dominant ones. The rest of them should be found in traces, like a smidge of blue here, smidge of brown there, smidge of... Especially if those are colors that are strong, that are vibrant, like bright red, bright green. If you want to have a classy feeling to your art, definitely leave the vibrant colors as subtle as possible. Okay, so we made her hair look a bit more 3D, and we can definitely, well, I forgot to shade in, to color in some of her hair here. And I'll blend it with the soft peach for the bat's wings. I had to cross them over a bit so that the bat wings don't get in the character's eye. That would be a little bit inappropriate. In any case, this Batsy has some nice peachy wings. As for the character herself, we can use the same peach to shade her face, but not to color the entire face. I usually prefer not to color in characters' faces because they are big, like one big surface, and if you color them in and mess up by making a big blotch of color in the middle of your character's face, that can look a little bit like that character was like playing in the mud all day, or just has something on their face. So I try to avoid it all completely by just adding shades on the face. Also, I'm quite certain that by this point, the person who suggested that I do Gothic, well, Pastel Lolita, has already realized that they were the winner of this set. So yeah, I'll use this opportunity to thank Aizin Hakui, and I will ask her or him to, because I really don't recognize the origin of the name, but it really does look exotic, to thank them and ask them to send me an email to where should I send their pack of Pro Marker Winsor & Newton 6 pastel tone colors. So congratulations once again, Aizen Hakui. Please call me and send me an email and I will send you this package and even include maybe a print with an autograph for you in the mail. Okay, so let's get on with the rest of the show. So what I realized is that I am definitely lacking blue color in this drawing. So I will definitely use blue color for the character's eyes. And I'll definitely cover them completely here, except for the white light bubbles. And I will let this dry a little bit and then color the top and blend it with more coats of blue, just to make it look a little bit more natural. And for the rest of the colors, we definitely used a lot of purple, so lavender. We definitely should use more of this buttercup color to fill in the details, like the little bows on our character. And as for the rest of her gown, after I'm done shading the yellow parts, I will use the black CD marker and color in her dress, because since this has a spooky theme to it, the Gothic Lolitas usually, well, the original ones, the original dress styles were black and white, so yeah, they can contain colors, but black is kind of a traditional, and since we have a Halloween theme, it can also be a little bit of a witchy type of dress. And yeah, this is all a bit tricky since the brush tip, well, the tip of the marker is wide and chiseled, so please do this carefully. I do this a little bit faster because my hand has had practice, but it's not that complicated to do. Just take it slow and try to be precise. I'm sure you have more vision. Well, you're not as blind as me, since I've been like looking at the screen all day long, and I really hope that you will experiment and maybe try out dark blue lines next time in your drawings. I'll even add some lace here. Oh, it's more of like frills, tiny frills with tiny zigzag lines. And when you do colored line arts, the entire drawing gets a completely new look. And if you try to make gray lines next time, or darker warm gray, or darker beige colored lines, trust me, you will get some amazing results. Everything will look extra soft, extra innocent looking, and just perfect for any type of drawing. Or even after I'm done with this, I can cut this out and make it into a Halloween decoration, for example, or a small card I will give my friends as a gift. Or even maybe, if you like, I can even gift her to one of you as a special surprise for being here with me for this video. So tell me all you think about these ideas in the comments. And of course, one important thing I wanted to say is that I will probably listen to all of you guys because you have some great advice. And the advices and the ideas I like the most, I will definitely reward in the future by randomly selecting you and your idea and sending you a pack of markers, pens, tools, maybe even candy. So every comment counts. I read every comment. I may not be always available to answer every possible comment, but believe me, I read every of them, and I'm so blessed that you guys are so nice and such sweethearts and always there to like share your interests and ideas and just chat with me. I feel like I have like a giant bunch of friends just being there with me. And also, I'll definitely try one more thing and give her, since we made her look almost completely black, and I will definitely make a tiny metallic shading on the cat bell. I will definitely add one more detail to her, and that will be her little witch hat. I'll definitely start the witch hat by drawing out the base here and then make it a big zigzag line, then fill it out. You can always add stuff. That's what I love about drawing. You don't have to go by a specific plan or anything. You can just go with the flow, and then I'll add the rest of the little. Also, since this is black on black, I'll deliberately leave out the shape of the bat's ears and wings and fill in her little witch hat black, but not to cover the bat as well. The bat stays, the bat is happy. Bat can be literally some kind of an accessory to her tiny witch hat. If you like what I made today, you can download this on my DeviantArt page and just play around with it and print it out, or just make a digital wallpaper or digital greeting card for your friends. I'll make sure to leave a very high quality scan of this available for you online. And thank you guys for watching this. See you guys next time.